Hello everybody, welcome to my very first video on this channel, Captain Campervan. This video is a very quick introduction and a quick show around our new campervan slash motorhome that we've taken delivery of. After years of wanting and looking and searching and desperately me pining for something to be able to go on lots of adventures, after a long wait this year because of the pandemic, we've finally been able to take collection of a panel van conversion. It's a Devon Aztec based on a Citroen Relay van. I'm really excited about it. It's currently locked away because we can't use it or take it anywhere at the moment as we're still in lockdown, but as soon as we can, we'll be taking it on our first adventure. I'm going to be making lots of videos of things I'm making and creating and building to kind of go work with our van. It's our first kind of leisure vehicle like this. That's a posh word, leisure vehicle. So we're going to sort of make some videos of the things we've learned along the way and show some little bits. I'm a bit of a dab hand with a sewing machine, so I'm going to be making and sewing and creating some stuff and showing you how to make some things too. I'm just going to give you a very quick once around our van now, show you the interior and why we picked it. I'm not endorsed by Devon or anything like that. We looked at loads and loads of van conversions and motorhomes and all sorts, and there's loads of really great ones out there. I'll mention a few later that we looked at. They'll be perfect for some people. We managed to find this one that kind of fit our needs and what suited for us, but there's lots of other great ones out there. Hope you enjoy a quick look. Okay, so you'll see from the outside, it's a silver panel van. Looks nice and flush with the front detailing there at the front. From the side, we've got some nice flush windows. We've got a built-in LPG gas tank and an external gas point as well, and that nice big side door that slides open. So as I come into the van, having a look at the cab first. This is, as I said before, this is on a Citroen Relay. It's the 2.2 140 brake engine. Really nice to drive, really enjoy it. Easy, got Bluetooth connection. The TomTom sat nav that's built into this isn't great. Coming back down the A1 from Devon, it tried to send me off at all sorts of random junctions, so ignore that and just had Google Maps on my phone. But yeah, works really nicely. Gear stick, if you're not used to having a dash mounted gear stick, takes you about 5 minutes probably to get used to it, and you end up leaping your arm into random thin air, but you soon get used to it after you've done a few roundabouts and had to do a couple of gear changes at junctions, so it's all good. As I said, seats are really comfy. Coming round, we've got the fridge down here and a small cupboard. That's actually the shower cable, because the tap actually pulls out to become the shower, so the shower retracts into there. We've got a little bit of working out to do. I know from other Devon owners that you have to be careful that the water doesn't run down that into the wardrobe and make everything wet. Might have to do a little bit of playing around with that and see if I can seal it a bit better. Really couple of nice spaces. We opened this when we were looking around it and instantly went, well, that's a shoe cupboard, because it looks pretty much like it's going to be a shoe, coats, dog stuff cupboard, that one. We don't currently have anything in this yet because we've literally only just picked it up, and it's my job this afternoon to sit and put everything through. Again, wardrobe, which is just half height with a hanging rail, but that's absolutely fine for us because we're two blokes, so we don't have any long dresses or anything, and a coat just about fits in there as well. The hanging rail is actually removable, so I could, if I wanted to, maybe replace it and put some shelves or something in here at some point. For most of our folded clothes, we're not really hanging up clothes to kind of people, to be totally honest. You'll see there's some fluffy throws in there. Those are my cushion covers, which you'll see in my other video, how to make some fitted covers out of some cheap throws that fit on cushion covers without having to take them off every time you make the bed. Coming round, you'll see the kitchen here. This is one of the reasons why I love this van, for two reasons. I had my heart set at one point on a Swift Select. I'd seen it online, it had everything that I wanted, and went to look up one, and something instantly cropped up. The space here between the washroom and the kitchen. We are in a converted panel van. We're not in a coach built, so the width is narrower, things are a little bit tighter. But in a lot of the vans we looked at, this gap leading down the centre of the van was so narrow that you couldn't walk straight. We're two relatively big chaps, and the fact that I couldn't walk in a straight line down the van instantly put me off quite a lot of them. The thing I love about this is that it's nice and wide. It doesn't at any point feel tight, like quite a lot of the van conversions do. Again, I feel like I've got enough space. I did lots of testing when we went to look at this. Could I open the oven, get in and out, and get in and out of the washroom as well, and feel like I'm not having to walk sideways all the time. The kitchen's really well thought out. Quite a lot of these kind of van conversion kitchens have got similar, but this one's just got a few extra little touches that I really like. It's got a Dometic sink with a built-in tap underneath there, which at first when I looked at it I was like, oh, I don't like that. I like the, you know, the nice big sort of more stately looking, domestic looking taps that come from the side. But speaking to a couple of other van owners, lots of people say about catching the glass lid on those taps and keeping them clean and things like that. So actually I'm quite pleased with this. This kind of tucks away quite nicely, and it means that when the lid's down you've got a completely flat surface. So I've actually got on order a couple of like those padded draining board covers just to put over the top of here, so you've then got a bit of a workspace surface. You can put a chopping board or whatever on and use it as a relatively flat surface without anything in the way, and it's easy to wipe down once everything's closed then. So really pleased with that. Cutlery drawer, nice decent size, fits normal domestic style, knives and forks and things in there, which I'm really pleased with. Everything closes with a satisfying clunk because everything's got positive catches on it with these really nice handles. Again, lovely deep drawer there. Obviously everything's empty at the moment and just full of instruction guides. Nice big cupboard there. I'm going to do some modification in here and maybe get some sliding drawers or sliding baskets in there, so it's a bit more of a useful space. I'm also got a bit of an idea using some those lock together foam tiles, sticking them in a pile and cutting them out to make some plate holders to stop things from rattling around, which I hopefully will do in a later video. Cooker, really pleased with this. Because unlike a lot of these kind of vans, this has got a 3 gas burner and an electric ring as well, which you normally see in sort of the more high-end motorhomes, which I'm really chuffed with. It's a Thetford Caprice Mark III with a separate grill and oven, which are a decent size. I'm probably going to do a video at some point doing a full Sunday roast and doing some of my wonderful cooking creations in the van. I have great plans. I've got a lift up shelf here which lifts up. It comes mostly in the way of the door, but you can still squeeze through there or come in through the cab doors, so that's going to be relatively useful. We've also obviously got the rear doors as well. But if I come around this side into the living room and turn around, looking at the kitchen this way, I've got another cupboard underneath the cooker there as well, but I've also got another flap. So on extending that, I end up with a huge amount of workspace, which is going to be really useful for cooking and having all sorts of stuff and making packed lunches and sandwiches. So I really like that. A lot of vans don't have two at either side, so that's a really nice touch. A couple of other things that I just really liked about this van that I feel like it's been well thought through. Things like this, that a little glass shield to prevent probably a lot of bacon will be cooked on this hob, to prevent, you know, oil splashes and things like that on sort of all the soft furnishings you've got the other side here, because obviously the walls are lined with the same material that's on the cushion covers as well, which makes it sort of feel really nice and cozy. A couple of other nice touches as well. Above the sliding doors here we've got these lovely deep cubbies. Camera struggling there. Lovely deep cubbies, and again a huge cubby above the cab there as well. We've got Sargent power controls here. We've had a couple of extra things fitted on this van. So we've had an LPG gas tank fitted, so the isolator switch for that, and it's literally just an on and off, the isolator switch. Even when it's on though, it'll isolate as soon as the engine's turned on as well. The Sargent control panel, and then just this is just the level for the LPG gas tank as well when everything's turned on. So if I turn everything on there, we'll see that, and I can see I've got a bit of charge in the battery. You'll see as I come around here, loads of lovely LED spotlights. It's really nicely lit. I might show you a little clip of what this looks like in the dark, because it looks great. It looks really nice. Nice LED light under the kitchen there. Would have been nice to have maybe another cupboard go a little bit further here to go over the kitchen, but I'm not upset. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have enough space to fit everything in. Devon very kindly fitted a couple of D-rings on this for us to help tether the dog, and I might do a video at some point in the future about how we secure Juno the Black Lab in here while we're travelling. Sort of now comes to another one of the reasons why I bought this van. Absolutely love this living area. The reason why I really fell in love with the idea of having a panel van conversion over a coach built motorhome was that I can open those back doors. I have dreams of being able to park up somewhere nice. I've got a campsite in the Lake District in mind, opening the doors and being able to look straight out over a lake or a lovely view, and even being able to do that while I'm lying in bed. So I'm really excited about that and having those double doors. This is also a perfect compromise as well, because some of these vans have a U-shape. We looked at an Auto-Trader V-Line that had a U-shape, but as soon as the U was put in there, you lost having the back doors that open. This is a perfect compromise because we have got a U-shaped cushion with matching cushions that fit in, but it's very easy to remove these cushions. Separate slats for the end here that beautifully on runners slide away, and little touches again that Devon have really thought about, things like little catches to be able to lock everything away, stop things from sliding around. And now I've got a straight through lounge. I can open those doors. Currently I have a beautiful view of my garage, but I can open those doors and I've got a really nice view. This van has got Truma combi heating with the iNet controls. It's got a button above it, which is the mains isolator switch for the heating and hot water. It's got USB ports, both 5V 1 amp and a 5V 2.5 amps in there, which is going to be really useful, and it's a nice handy place to have in it. We've had a TV aerial fitted to this. This is the light switch kind of hidden away in this cubby, which took me a little while to find, I have to admit. But again, underneath these lockers at the back, we've got this little shelf. Again, Devon have obviously really thought about this. They've thought about all the stuff and knickknacks and keys and wallets and face masks and things that we have now. A lot of other vans didn't have this, and I just really like the idea. We have a lot of knickknacks, we have a lot of stuff, and I really like that. Again, nice big lockers. They're not the deepest in the world, but they're relatively standard for this style of panel van conversion, so they're really good. I've already got some bits of foam and some baskets and stuff that I've managed that are going to fit in there and fit, so everything's tight and doesn't roll around while it's moving. These spotlights are really nice. They're touch control, but touching them once just lights a general sort of soft light around there, and then also a more powerful reading light as well. Again, with all of those on, it creates a really nice hue. If you knock all the spotlights off in the roof and just have those on, it's a really nice atmosphere. Nice proper full concertina fly screens and full blackout blinds as well. These feel really nice quality. Some of them feel a little bit flimsy, but these ones feel really nice and really well made, and hopefully won't break too often. Again, those fly screens are in all of the windows, and again we've got two roof lights in here, one sort of towards the back and one over the kitchen area that open, and they're really cool. And the final thing I wanted to show you Okay, and the final thing here is the bathroom. Compared to the one we looked at in Devon's showroom, that one had a sort of a slightly old-fashioned textured vinyl on the walls, but actually, to our surprise, I didn't actually say anything when we bought this, but to our surprise, when this came, it's just plain white vinyl, so it looks much nicer and neater than it did. We've got a drop down sink. This comes down. This removes as well at a 45-degree angle, maybe slightly higher, and comes out as well. And then the shower pulls straight and goes up there. We have to sort of make sure we've got a bit of a bow on it so that water doesn't run down into that channel. Emptying the sink, you just tip it up and it goes down. Many caravans and motorhomes before it, and then a Thetford electric flush loo as well, one that goes straight across, which I'm not too upset about. It seems to be quite easy to use and quite nice. Little touches as well, like they've had a carpet made for in here as well, and obviously that can be listed out. We've got a heating vent in here as well, and a hanging rail that's removable that Devon have put in, so we can use it like a bit of a drying room as well. So yeah, I've given you a quick look around there, and it shows you a couple of reasons why I really bought this. Sort of the shelves, the little glass piece between the kitchen, and it just feels really, really well made. I instantly sat in this, and I'm a very tactile person when I'm buying things, and I like to sort of feel and touch, which you're probably not supposed to do in the current times, but I do like to sort of feel the quality of things, and everything feels really sort of stiff and new and well made, and it's just a really nice place to be. It's well lit, plenty of storage space. All of these seats underneath have mostly storage. There's only this part that's taken up by the Trumi combo heating. It's also got entry points into the bed boxes from the ends as well, so when you've got the back doors open you can easily slide out chairs and all the bits and gubbins as well, because we've got an underslung LPG gas tank as well. We've got a little bit of more space underneath one of these beds for storage as well, where the gas locker normally would be. So as you know, at the moment it's empty. I haven't put any stuff in it, literally just got it, and I wanted to show it off. But as we get to use it for the first time and have a little bit of a play with it, I should probably make a video of all the things that have changed and done, and try to work out how to make things work. But I hope you've enjoyed having a look round. This is a new channel, so if you would happily subscribe down below for me, I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to be filming quite a lot of stuff of our first adventure, how I've stored stuff as well. I'm going to do a sort of a range of things and have a go at making a few things as well, sort of some foam plate holders. I'm going to do a bit more sewing to make some bags for some cutlery, some little drawstring bags for storing things in while we're travelling, to stop things from rattling around, because the one thing I cannot stand more than anything is really loud rattles. So I will be doing lots of anti-rattle fun at some point.